And why is the Lincoln Project not being like run out of town? They didn't deliver. They lost Republicans. Like they had one job, and yet MSNBC is treating them like they saved. Yeah,
they gave us negative Republicans, like not even no Republicans. Negative.
Right. We lost. Yeah.
And Wilson is online talking about, why are people trolling me right now? Because I have work to do. I'm focused on Georgia. No, you need to get out of Georgia. Anywhere in Georgia, I will pay you.
Yeah, let's pay. Yeah,
I'll pay you not to go to Georgia.
We'll send you another Confederate flag wrapped beer cooler. Did you see this? Have you seen this?
Oh yeah, Rick Wilson. He's got an Instagram. His wife posted an Instagram a long time ago that has a Confederate flag on a cooler that says "The South will rise again." So this is the new Democrat. This is their guy now.
Yeah,
Lord have mercy.
A guy who said terrible things about such racist things. Offensive things. I mean, I'm not an Ann Coulter fan, but he said to her, does Trump pay more for anal?
He said something else about Muslims, something about
really Islamophobic stuff about and crude also at the same time.
Is that other neoliberal supporters or some of those centrist Democrats are why are you all pulling up his old little tweets? We gotta, and I'm like, why? I was like, well, I didn't see you say that about everybody else's old tweets that you put up.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah. And also, what's the deal with all this civility? It's time to come together, except for we're going to say how this is all the fault of leftists and AOC and Medicare for all.
It's really I'm telling you, I'm watching a whole movie happen. I'm is this real life, people? Do you not even the people praising? For example, when Joe Biden went up yesterday and he said, and I appreciated that he did this, where he kind of says specifically, it's the African-American, vote that kind of helped put me over. Right. But it required Black organizers to organize the Black vote.
Right.
When you talk about the Latino community coming out, or you talk about any community, it requires organizers to organize the people. And then the thing again about it is the people who are organizing, the ones who I saw in the street in every city that I went to, were literally people in Georgia, those women that are organizing, that organize under the kind of umbrella of Stacey Abrams, or the ones that organize the New Georgia Project. These are abolitionists. These are the defund the police. These are the Medicare for all. These are abolish ICE. This is the kind of ideology of the organized, the New Florida Majority, the folks that were organizing on Amendment 4, the Dream Defenders Action, when you look at Con Mi Gente, or you look at literally every group that was on the streets that was organizing, Black Voters Matter. I mean, all of the folks, these are people who are, if we want to, maybe they don't call themselves leftists, but ideologically on the issues, they are all progressive leftists.
Yeah.
And apparently it's our fault.
And this is Rick Wilson, just so you guys can see.
Yeah.
This is a photo of, you see that cooler, the wine cooler with the South will rise again. And then this is dog cruelty. How dare you put your dog in that photo?
Oh, wow. They put a dog in the photo with the cooler?
Yeah.
That's so sad.
That's a cute dog. So.
Yeah, it's so cute, right? I know. That dog deserves better. Yeah. And then we have, of course, the Meg Whitman evil, who, she is just remember, she had an undocumented nanny who she found out about it, and then it breaks my heart, but she should be deported, which is just so cruel. It's bad on both ends. But I think one of my favorites really is Kasich, who, he's so bad. He's so bad. He passed one of the worst abortion bills that had no exceptions for rape or incest. Oh, here it is. By the way, Linda, you said he said some anti-Muslim stuff. Here's the deal. I don't care. This is back to Rick Wilson. I don't care what flavor of Islam these dicks are. The flavor, the need is to be is bleeding out of a hole in their temple.
Jesus,
holy crap.
No, Rick Wilson is truly a vile, actually a really vile racist Republican. That Rick Wilson, appears on MSNBC, which ostensibly at this point is isn't more Republicans? I'm with him and Nicole Wallace and shit. I'm this looks like I'm watching fucking Fox.
Bill Kristol.